We're going to the phones right now. Jim is calling with a question about congestive heart failure. Jim, thanks for the call. You are live.
Hey, Doc. How you doing?
Pretty good, Jim. What's going on?
Well, first, I want to congratulate you on going to 2 hours. That's awesome.
Hey, thanks a lot.
We're going to appreciate it. My mom is 83 years old, weighs about 120 pounds. I've had her on the Healthy Bone and Joint Starter Pack for about 3 months now. And on the 27th of December, she started having problems. They took her in the ER, and she had fluid in her lungs. They claimed she had congestive heart failure and AFib. And I think it was the 28th, I guess it was, they did a cardioversion on her. And ended up having to do it again. I think it was 2 days ago. And basically at this point we're just kind of concerned. And one of the other things he said was her sodium was low. And I got a copy of the results when I was up there. And that day also her potassium was also kind of low. And they're saying that she's drinking too much water, which, you know, she wasn't drinking that much to start with. Basically, the only she was drinking was to take her supplements, which, you know, was not that much. So basically at this point, we're just trying to figure out where to go from here. They're talking about cutting back on the supplements because of the water she was drinking to get it down. And I'm not crazy about that.
Well, I mean, that's nonsense. I mean, right? So, again, you wouldn't their perspective on all of this is it's backwards, and it's wrong. I mean, it's not too much water that causes a lack of sodium and a lack of potassium. It's not enough sodium and not enough potassium either being consumed or, more appropriately in her case, probably being absorbed. So this speaks to me of an absorption issue. It's got nothing to do with too much water. I mean, that's just like her MDs telling her that, you know, her congestive heart failure was caused by evil spirits. It's that crazy. I mean, it doesn't even make sense from a physiological point of view. In order to drive your potassium and sodium levels into the ditch that much with water, she'd need to be drinking 1 to 2 gallons a day. You know, most people in this country are dehydrated. They don't have nearly enough water in their body, and I've yet to meet somebody who is overhydrated. Actually, I did meet somebody who was overhydrated, and that person was doing 2 gallons of water a day, which is way too much. So this is a case of not enough sodium, not enough potassium either in the diet or being absorbed into her body. I'm going to bet it's going to be an absorption issue, number one. So the thing to do, Jim, is to make sure that she's on the gluten-free diet, because it is gluten, the protein in wheat, barley, rye, and oats, which interferes with absorption of anything into the body, you know, nutrients, minerals, sodium, potassium, vitamins, etc. So she has to be 100% drop-dead gluten-free. I don't even want her to look at gluten, right? You know, not even a crouton, man. Zero tolerance for gluten, number one. Number two, add to her program the digestive enzymes, the ultimate enzymes. I would start with 2 before a meal. And it's important that when you're adding the digestive enzymes, and by the way, the product name is Ultimate Enzymes. It's Ultimate Enzymes. That's a longevity product, not a Supra Life product. Longevity, Ultimate Enzymes. Start with 2 before a meal, and then go up to 3. You know, if it's a big meal, do 3. If it's lunch or a small dinner, you can do 2. You want to play around with that dosage a little bit, and it's important when you're taking the enzymes to take them at the very beginning of the meal, or maybe even better, 5 to 10 minutes before the meal, all right? Now, the other thing is, congestive heart failure most of the time is a simple thiamine deficiency. Thiamine is vitamin B like baby 1. So if I had congestive heart failure, to support and promote the health of my body, what I would do, I would add the de-stress tablets, the de-stress. Now, that is a Supra Life product. De-stress like detoxify. Ever take 9 a day of the de-stress for 14 days, 9 a day of the de-stress for 14 days, add the ultimate enzymes, see what happens, and call me back in 14 days, and don't listen to the knuckleheads about potassium and sodium levels. It's just wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, stick around. Dr. Wallach coming up.